Hello, my name is James. I'm the host of the Teamworks podcast. This podcast is about the gaming world and beyond. So if you're a big gamer like myself and you just love anything to do with gaming, then you come to the right place. Every week we try and get a new guest onto the show to listen to their story, why they became a gamer, what first console they ever played on, and so on. The aim is to get noticed and get some of the big names on the show as well. So if you feel like you want to have a chat with us and come on the show, feel free to do so. And yeah, that is what the podcast is all about. And I hope you enjoy it, guys. This is Teamworks Podcast. A team that works together stays together. Hello and welcome back to Teamworks. This is an exclusive episode this time around because we haven't done an episode in ages. So I just want to welcome back my co-host, Phil. Welcome back, mate.
Hello. Nice to be back, dude.
It is. It's very nice to be back. And what is the same? A team that works together?
Is it?
Yep.
I thought it was a team that plays together, stays together.
Oh, yeah. Damn. Yeah, a team that works, plays together, stays together. Well, a team that stays together. I know it doesn't sound
it's all the same.
Anyway, a team that plays together, stays together. That's right, guys. Because it's gaming. So, we're going to go on to fairs. Phil's told me that he's got a few more platinums now. Now, tell us what games they are and how did you get them, and were they enjoyable or were they very difficult and you just like ready to give up?
Okay, let's have a look. So, since last time I've completed Horizon Zero Dawn, and Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah.
Both of them have completed on my Horizon controller as well. Had to be done. Honestly, I absolutely love that game series. I want there to be a third game. Apparently they are doing one, but it's in the pipeline at the minute.
I heard it's I might be wrong, but it might represent the movie. I know the movie now. Netflix have sort of said no to that now, but
yeah,
I can still see that coming off. I think if Netflix don't do it, someone else will.
Yeah.
So.
I think they probably will. I mean, there's always like Hulu could take it on, couldn't they? But
yeah,
just don't know. I kind of hope Netflix does it. I think is it them that's doing God of War, or is that meant to be Hulu?
Right, God of War. Is it? It might be.
Because I'm sure it's meant to be one of them as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a new God of War game coming out, I believe. Yeah.
No, a new TV. I think it's a series.
Oh yeah.
As well.
Amazon Prime are doing God of War.
That's the one.
Well, Prime Video, not Amazon Prime, because you'd be shopping on the internet there. The Prime Video, it used to be called Love Film, wasn't it?
Yeah. Jeez, I remember back when it was Love Film.
I know, yeah.
Back when you used to get stuff in the post.
Oh, mate, I know. And obviously, we all know that Amazon Prime own Twitch.
Yeah.
They've got big partnership with Twitch. That's why Twitch was named differently, because it wasn't originally Twitch when it started.
Right.
I forgot what the name was, but yeah, it wasn't called Twitch. Oh, look at that Harry Potter mug, eh, guys? Yeah, we love Harry Potter.
I didn't realise I was on shot.
Do you know what? I've seen a lot of gadgets. A lot of gadgets I need to get. It's like it's too much for me. But anyway, how long did it take you to get Horizon Zero Dawn Platinum? Right. And you've got it twice, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm sure I've done with Zero Dawn. I did the PS4 version and the PS5 version.
Yeah.
Just trying to... Trophy thing looks different on here now. I was trying to load it on my phone because, you can see it, like, properly on there, but struggling to find it on there. Not prepared at all, am I?
No comment. Hey guys, this is what you'll see. You'll see some funny parts of this because, like, I've literally just come off a radio show as well. So, as we speak now, so I wasn't prepared either. But I knew roughly what I was going to talk about, or did I? But yeah,
I never know what I'm talking about.
Oh God, I need to go back and get platinums. I really do. So
right, let's see if I can.
How long did it take you? Roughly. It should tell you how. It should tell you how long you played the game. So then you roughly work it out that way, don't you?
Oh, that was it. You open your profile, don't you? I was looking in trophies itself rather than opening my profile. Idiot. Games. There we go. I'm learning.
he's learning, guys. He's a learning kid.
Right. Okay. I haven't done Forbidden West on the PS4 version. I've done it on the PS5. Forbidden West on the PS5 took me 141 hours.
Whoa.
Zero Dawn on the PS4 took me 105 hours.
And was that for the platinum, or did you play it a little bit and then?
Yeah. That was for the platinum. I still played it a little bit extra, but that was for the platinum.
That's actually impressive. That to do it.
Jeez.
In that many
hours. So Zero Dawn for the PS5 took me 57 hours for the platinum.
Wow.
And Zero Dawn for the PS4 took me 105 hours. So I played the PS4 version, and then after I'd completed it, I played the PS5 version because we got the upgrade, didn't we?
Yes, we did. For £10.
So yeah, but because I'd already completed it, I was like, I just blasted through that.
Do you know something funny about that? Is we never paid for the game in the first place because it was a PlayStation Plus, and they told people that if they got the PlayStation Plus version, they will get the £10 upgrade. So
yeah,
let's go for it. So £10 upgrade, and it looks incredible, doesn't it?
See, well, it was funny, because we got that. I think it was the COVID thing, wasn't it? The COVID stay at home to save. So they gave us that. So then it was in my catalogue for ages, and I was like, I need to play it. It's on my list. I'm gonna get to it at some point, but I need to play it.
Yeah.
And after a while, I finally got at it, and when I got close to finishing it, they removed Forbidden West off PS Plus. So I was fuming because then obviously I had to try and do it again. I had to try and get it. So then I ended up buying it, but well worth it.
Honestly, well worth it. Yeah, I remember you buying Forbidden West. Also, talking about £10 upgrades, we got an upgrade on The Last of Us Part 2 as well, didn't we?
We did. Again, it's on my list. Still need to play it.
I haven't even played the first one proper yet and got the platinum for it.
Yeah.
You have, haven't you?
No. I played majority of the story, but I've not even gone towards the platinum. I've not even finished the story yet.
It's probably a really long one to get because you got to get all... Is it all treasures? Not treasures. All notes and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of collectibles to get.
Yeah.
See, a bit like with Uncharted, to be fair, because there's a lot of hidden collectibles throughout the entire thing that you've got to collect, and then challenges and stuff you've got to do. But in as well as that, like I did the PS4 version of Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 because I already did the PS5 version ages ago.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, go on, I'll give it another go. What's the other platinums? Did get another one. Just trying to find it. Oh yeah, God of War.
Yes, God of War. What do you know? What I need to get back to that as well. And because if you have PlayStation Plus, you can replay the older versions. Obviously, the PlayStation version though is only streaming only, which it's annoying, isn't it?
See, well, I played the first one I played was God of War 3 Remastered.
Yeah.
Because you suggested to me to play God of War, and I was like, oh, okay. And me being an idiot, I was like, oh, that says God of War. That must be the one he's on about. Not realising you were on about the 2018 version that literally is just called God of War.
Yeah.
So, completed that, and I was like, right, that is an unbelievable platinum. Like, some of the challenges in that were ridiculous. Like, fighting enemies without taking damage, fighting them and killing them all within so many seconds. Horrible challenges. The 2018 version, it's not a bad platinum, to be fair. There are some more challenging stuff. People are saying like the last Valkyrie is really difficult, but in all honesty, I found some of the earlier Valkyries a lot harder.
Yeah,
but,
do you know what? I've seen videos as well, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I started playing the older version. I think it was the PS3 version, which was just God of War, wasn't it?
The PS3 one, there was a few, wasn't there?
God of War 2.
There was a few.
I think there was a God of War 3 as well, wasn't there? And then it went back to God of War.
And I know God of War 3 was on the PS3. I'm not sure about the other two. I think they were PS3.
I'm trying to think, but I think it might have been God of War 3 I started playing. And the only way you can play them is if you have PlayStation Plus Premium. And cloud gaming. Now, what's your experience on cloud gaming now after a few years after it's been out? What do you think of it?
Okay, it's better than I initially thought it was. Right, just for reference, God of War 1, so God of War 3, God of War 2, God of War Ascension, they were all PS3 games, and then we got God of War 3 remastered on PlayStation Hits. So, when I played that, I actually played that downloaded. So, I don't think there's a full game I've actually played streaming. But I know earlier on in the days of streaming, the glitch in it was really bad for me, so I hated it.
Yeah.
It wasn't playable. Especially for games like God of War, where, the timing is everything. But I do think it has got a lot better over the years. So I'm quite happy with it, do you know what I mean? It could be better. I don't think they need to do it where you stream it, because like PS3 games, the size of them are minuscule in comparison to PS4 and PS5 games. So, and again, you could say that to an external hard drive. So I don't see why they're just doing that as stream. I mean, maybe there's a benefit over it. I'm not too sure, but what do you think?
Do you know what? The streaming has gone better, I have to say. Cloud gaming. Because I think I cloud gamed Saints Row 2. Now, Saints Row 2 was back on the PlayStation 3 days. And it's full of mods, so you can have... The mods still work on it, by the way. Which is absolutely amazing. You can become a giant, which is quite crazy. You can do all weird things on it. I do like the Saints Row games. I think they're funny. I think they are basically a piss take of GTA, which I think is absolutely fantastic. But also, Watch Dogs as well is similar to GTA. I've not really been a fan of GTA just because of the things that happen in there, which we're not going to go too much into. But let's just say, if you know what everyday life is, there you go. There's your answer. But going back to... Sorry, go on, mate.
I used to be a huge fan of GTA back when I was a kid. I used to play San Andreas most days. Back on the PS2. Now, show me age now. But Um, like San Andreas for me was the pinnacle of GTA.
Yeah.
I've tried GTA 5 and I just can't get into it. I mean, even like one, playing the proper game, or two, playing it just for the sake of driving around, messing about, sort of thing. It's just not as good, I don't think.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the way you move and everything is substantially better than San Andreas, but there was just something about that was just amazing. But yeah, not a fan anymore, really.
No, I've never been a fan of it, and it's one of them. I wish I could have been a fan, but if you could take away everything that's in the game, well, all the bad stuff, then I think it would be a bit more of an enjoyable game. But going back to cloud gaming though, remote play. Let's talk about remote play a little bit as well, because that's basically it's similar to cloud gaming, basically. PlayStation remote play has always been shocking. It has, and I think it still is. I've not done remote play for ages, but I can guarantee you they probably haven't updated that.
So, remote play. When I first completed Tony Hawk 1 and 2, the PS5 version, when I first completed that, I platinumed that when I was stuck in hospital, waiting to find out whether I needed an operation or not. There was only a few like little bits that I had left to do, so that's where I managed to finish platinum in that by streaming it. Because obviously I didn't take my PlayStation into hospital with me. So I mean, well, this was the thing. So I was like, "There's no way it's going to work." So this was before the Portal, before the Backbone. So I was doing this with a PS4 controller, the clip that goes onto it, and then having my phone in it, and using remote play on the phone, and it worked. It glitched out a fair bit, but like, if I had to do like certain trials and stuff on that game, then I wouldn't be able to with, again, the time and the slight glitches. So those delays make the difference in everything. I mean, like some of the challenges, you've got to jump from ledge to ledge, get the right grinds in, get the right flips, do the right tricks at the right time, and then connect it all into one massive stunt. And if you miss any of them, then you've got to start again, and it can take hours just on playing it on the console itself. When streaming it, that lag, it just makes it practically impossible.
Yeah.
But one of them, it's literally just doing tricks getting so many thousands, so many millions of points worth of tricks or something.
Yeah, that's true.
So you just sit there, just mashing the same buttons again and again, restarting, So that's how I did it. But I think the first game I actually played on remote play was on my laptop, which was The Crew, which I played. And I couldn't play that for that long because it kept glitching out. It has got better over the years, I will say. Like, the glitch now is practically non-existent, depending on what internet you've got. If your upload speed is decent enough and your download speed is decent enough at the both locations you're using, then it works quite well. Like, I know I can't go upstairs and connect to the extender and remote play without a glitch, but I could, for example, go to my sister's and play it there and it'd work fine. I could do it in the same room. I could go into the living room, go into my bedroom, and it would all work quite well. So it has got better, but when it comes to Portal, like, I was looking at the Portal, but I was like, the price of it, give it like less than a year, and I guarantee there'll be talks about bringing out like a PS Portal, but it's got an inbuilt memory, so you can download stuff to it.
Well, later on in the show, we are going to be talking about that because there is some news on that. But talking about the Portal, though, I actually thought that was awful when it came out, because basically it looks like they've just literally said to Android, can we have a tablet? And we just cut our controller in half and put them on the end. because that's basically what it looks like. It's some big thing. It shouldn't be a big thing, but some people do like it. But at first, you had to be connected to the PS5, so the PS5 had to be switched on all the time while you played it. Now they've got the PlayStation Plus cloud gaming built into it through an update, so you can go into the category of cloud gaming and you can just basically cloud game, which I've noticed with cloud gaming is so much better than remote play, because you're basically streaming it straight from PlayStation Plus rather than remote playing your PS5 to it. And remote play has been out since the PS4 days, the early stages of PS4, I believe. And I think we tried it out when we were in work once, didn't we? What game was it that we were trying to do? We were playing together, actually. And it was bad. It was bad.
Will it have been Watch Dogs or will it have been The Crew? I'm sure. I think it probably was one of those two.
Yeah, possibly. I know it was a game we were playing together. I know that. But how bad was that then? That was really
bad. It was terrible. I mean, the Wi-Fi at the place where we volunteered was terrible anyway. But so that didn't obviously help. But it did. It was just not playable at all. And we gave up within like 5 minutes.
It certainly wasn't.
I've not actually tried playing through like clouds, although that's with the Portal. I don't think it's the same with the Backbone.
You can do cloud gaming
because
like PS5 itself. So I've tried that because that's handy if you haven't got any space on your hard drive. Just cloud game, the game that you want to play. I don't think all of them on there, but most games on there you can stream. You can stream PS5 games from there now as well.
Can you?
Yeah, which is handy to know.
Yeah. See, it's annoying me really because there's so many amazing games from the PS1 and PS2 era that they could port over so easily and they just haven't. And like when they do bring like one or two new games on, by which I mean like, you know, from the PS1 or PS2 or even PS3, they then take off like 5 others, you know, and they're not actually listening to what people are asking. Like, I go on forums and stuff, and the people asking for games, there's like 3 or 4 games that are just constantly asked for. Just people ask for the same ones all the time, and unfortunately, PlayStation just don't pay attention. Or well, the developers of that specific game also don't pay attention. So.
Do you know what I found weird as well, though? When they brought the Portal out, it was... Whose idea was that in Sony? Because you're basically doing what you did on your phone or your laptop. You're basically streaming it. Why didn't they just bring a handheld console out where you could download the game and play it on the go? Because you got to be connected to the internet always. So
absolutely, because I mean, I was looking at it like, because I didn't, before I'd actually researched into it, I was like, oh, that looks really cool. I'm gonna read into it, find out about it, because I assumed that you'd be able to download stuff to it, and when I found out you couldn't, I was like, it's a waste of money. Yeah. I'm not gonna waste my money on it because I know that they're gonna bring out like the equivalent of like a PS Vita, but like a new version, like that's gonna be a bit like a Portal. I was thinking they'll probably do basically the exact same design, but have it as an SSD inside.
Yeah.
And again, the fact that like the PS Pro is substantially smaller and the PlayStation, I think they're calling it the PS5 Slim, which it's not actually called, but that's what everyone's referring to it as. The fact that that's smaller as well. Like, I do think that they could get the basic, components they need inside a PS Portal with maybe slightly bigger, so they can fit like extra bits in for it to work as its own console. But like the Portal was just it was designed looking very similar to like the Switch and the Steam Deck, except it was like, oh yeah, but we're not using these terrible little controllers that you can't hold
Yeah.
properly. We're going to make it so that it feels like the actual controller with a giant screen in the middle of it.
Well, do you want me to say
But
something about that? I think what they've done is
come,
they've had controllers left over that they couldn't bring out to the shop, so they've just basically chopped them in half, and said, "Here you go, connect to the screen."
you know what? So there's another company that does compatible controllers for different stuff, and it does have a screen where the touchpad is. So I think it has a usable touchpad, but it also has an inbuilt screen on it. And I think based on the rumors that were coming out for the PS5, it was when it was first being rumored, it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get a controller and the touchpad's gonna have a screen.
Yeah.
Like, you remember there was so many videos about it, and I think that, and then linking up with this controller that actually has done it, PlayStation was like, well, yeah, go on then, let's make one with a screen on it. And that's like, well, people are streaming stuff to their phone. Why don't we make it so that they can buy another console where they can stream the stuff to it? But I don't see the point when you can just use your phone. Like, they could have even done, because they've done the Backbone, and the PS Portal is just the same, but with a screen inside, and it does have the benefit of like the adaptive triggers and the proper vibrating stuff. Whereas the Backbone, there's no adaptive triggers, there's no proper vibrating. It's all just kind of like a much condensed, cheaper version.
Yeah.
And it's like they could have literally just made the exact same design as the Backbone, but have it as the proper controller. That's my opinion anyway. But
do you know what? I am totally with you on that. They could have made like a proper controller and Bluetooth. Talking about controllers though, there's been an update recently where you can have the PS5 controller connected to multiple devices at once now, so you don't have to disconnect it anymore.
yeah,
That's handy to know.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know that was a thing, that you couldn't do that.
Yeah, so basically,
Because I've never connected to another one.
So basically, you could connect it to your phone, I think. So if you say you connected it to your phone and then you wanted to, you wanted to connect it to the PS5, you had to disconnect it from your phone first before you get it connected to the PS5. Now they've updated it because it's been a much needed request, and now you can basically have it connected to multiple devices at once, which is very, very handy, because it is a bit of annoying, isn't it, where you got to disconnect it to go onto your PS5, or if you want to use it for the PC, you got to disconnect it from the PS5 and do it that way. So that update did really come handy, I think.
See, it bothers me a bit, the fact that you can play PS5 games on your PS5, and you can play PS4 games on your PS4 at the same time. So I have my PS4 in the living room, and in fact there's now a PS5 in there as well for the kids, for my nephews. But they would always play on my PS4 in there. One of them would, and then the other would play on the PS5. And then they just alternate. But if one wanted to play on a PS4 game on the PS5 and the other wanted to play on a PS4 game on the PS4, it'd kick one off. You couldn't play a PS4 game on both of them at the same time. You had to play on a PS5 game on the PS5 and a PS4 game on the PS4 to stay connected on the same account. I thought,
I'll tell you the
that's
reason
just a
for
bit.
that is. I think probably the reason for that is because me and you were game sharing.
Do you think?
Yes, because if you think of it, it's basically trying to say, oh, where could... Man, you know, no, if you bought the game, you bought this particular game, then it shouldn't go off that, should it? But I do know, if you're not connected to the internet, some of the games that we've downloaded from each other's profiles puts a lock on them.
Yeah.
So you can't play some of them offline, which is a ball ache. I missed out on last month's monthly game. I forgot to put it in my library. But do you know what? I went over to your profile and I started downloading it. It didn't have space, but it's in there now. So I can download it whenever.
I mean, it is easier if you can add it to your library, but obviously you can't add it to your library from another account. Which, again, you should be able to do that, and then obviously it'll just remove it from your library if you disconnect it. Do you know what I mean? Because then I can look in my library and go, oh yeah, I know what games I've got, but then to see what extra games we've got, because the ones that you've bought, I'd have to go into yours to remember. Which is a bit of a pain sometimes, especially when now, like, we've got thousands of games in each of our collections, and it's like, yeah, there's no way I can remember all of them ones that he's got and all the ones that I've got.
Well, we're talking about game share and that. Let's go back to the story about game share. Now, I noticed game share years ago when the PS4 was out. And do you know what? Not many people noticed it. It was literally a little YouTube video of a person from Sony that works for Sony handing over his friend a physical copy of a game. And you think to yourself, what's that all about? And that was to introduce game share. And what's weird about it is, how does it introduce game share in a sense? Because that's where people got puzzled. Game share can only be used through digital content only, where he was handing over a physical copy. Now, that's where the confusion came around. And people were like, hold on, does that mean I can game share? So it was amazing. And when I told you, you were like, hold on, is that a thing? You sure, James? I said, honestly, he said, I do believe you, but I've got to check with Sony, haven't I? So you rang Sony up, didn't you?
Yeah, I was scared, man, because I was like, I guarantee if we do this, it's then going to go, nah, you're trying to rip us off, and then our accounts are just going to get blocked. I saw it happen, and I was like, we're definitely going to get a permaban if we try that. I contacted Sony, and the woman I was talking to went, yeah, you can link your console up with someone else's. And I was like, right, so I can have his games and he can have my game. She went, yeah. I was like, do we have to live at the same house? And she was like, no. She went, you don't even have to be related. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Really? She went, yeah. I was like, okay, so you're attesting that is a fact, that me and my friend can now link our accounts. I can play his games and he can play mine, and there's no issue whatsoever. And she went, 100%, that's not a problem. I was like, all right, done. I just had to be sure because it just doesn't sound real. She went, yeah, there's not a lot of people making use of it, but it's designed so that, you know, if you've got two consoles in the same house, then, you know, rather than buying for two separate consoles, you can play on the same one. She said, but we don't stop it doing from two separate households because obviously someone could move out, or so, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're related, you're in the same house or not. And I was like, okay then. And then I got back to you and I was like, well, I was wrong, you were right, let's do it.
Do you know what's crazy about it though is that I'm pretty sure you rang up Fairs and the first one or two didn't even know a clue.
Yeah.
One of
the first one was like, what's game share?
What's game share? The second one is you're not supposed to do that.
No, the second one.
Was it the second one that said you could?
No one actually said that you shouldn't do that. It was the first one was really confused by what it was. The second one was asking me what I meant by sharing games. They were like, yeah, you can give them your disc and then they can play your game and then they can give it back and you can play that. And I'm like, no, digital copies. And they were like, well, how would you give a digital copy to someone? And I was like,
did it just
well, this is what this is. And I was like, but this is what it says on your system, that you allow game sharing between two separate accounts. And he was like, I'm not too sure. I'm a bit confused by that. I don't actually know what it is that you're talking about. And I was like, right, okay. And after chatting for a bit, I said, do you know what? It's all right. I'll ring back another day and hopefully I get someone else and hopefully they might be able to help. And he went, I mean, I can try and search now, but I don't think I'll find anything. I was like, no, it's all right. I said, I'll try again. And then the third one, she was just blatantly like, yeah, no, 100%, it's fine. She's like, I even do it. She said, I do it with mine and my partner's console. So
yeah, it's fantastic, and it's definitely been a big godsend for us because
oh god, yeah.
you know yourself, especially now. I mean, the games have gone eaten up more now, but the fact is that but years ago, you could get games quite cheap. Like, I used to go into Asda and they used to do, like, was it 3 for so many quid, or two for so much money. And I used to buy them. I was like, oh, they're on offer here. You can get 2 games. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Obviously, not digital, disc. Which I thought, I used to buy disc all the time because you could get disc quite cheap back in the day, but now just everything's gone up, and we've been doing it since the PS4 days, GameShare, and GameShare has just been brilliant. Okay, we might have paid more because we've gone half on games, so then you go, do you know what, because we're going half on games, let's get another game. And that's what we've been doing. So we have been saving, but we've been spending a little bit more because we can get 2 games out of the price of 1. So,
see, I mean, at first it was like, right, okay, well, you buy 1 game and I'll buy another so that it evens out. Yeah. And then after a while, it was like, well, if you buy 1 game now, then next time we buy a game, I'll buy it. Yeah. So it wasn't like we were buying 2 games at once. After the first couple of months, we realised, we'll just, one will buy one and then someone will buy the next one. And, unless there was 2 good games out at the time. Because at first we were spending a fair bit by buying multiple games. And then it was just like, why don't we just do it separately? Like, you buy one and then I'll buy one. And then we have saved a lot of money doing it, to be fair. The only thing is, people go, yeah, but then you can't sell your game afterwards. And it's like, yeah, but to be fair, when you try and sell a game on afterwards anyway, you don't get anything for it these days anyway. You spend a fortune, and you get nothing back for it. I'm like, I'm paying half the price. I've looked at some of them, and I'm like, the money that they would get back, I've still paid less than what they have, and they've sold it on. So
it's crazy, isn't it? I actually love GameShare. GameShare is just amazing. They have sort of got GameShare on Steam, but it's not the same. And when they updated it, and well, they tried to update it, but you've got to be, obviously, it's like a family thing. So you GameShare, but it's not GameShare in a sense. If you're, say, I GameShare with you on Steam, and only one of us has that game, I can't play that game that you're on at the moment.
Right.
Because it'll knock you off the game. So that's not GameShare, is it really? But if you both have both of the games, you can play it. And I'm thinking to myself, and then a third one can play it.
I mean, it feels more like Game Lend than GameShare.
Yeah.
It's like you're lending access to the game for that period of time.
Yeah, so basically, if you say you're not on that game, I can play that on my account. But you can't play it at the same time.
See, because then what if it's a multiplayer game, like Split Fiction or something like that?
Yeah, maybe. But you know what? I think they'll do it in the future. But I do know that Nintendo Switch 2, you can actually actually they brought it to the original. I think they brought it to the original Nintendo where you can game share now. I don't know how the game share works, but I think there's.
I'd be surprised based on the way they are with their games, because they're very particular about the way they sell their games.
Yeah.
So that again, that's surprising. I'd have to do research to be sure, but it'd be nice if they did, because if you've got the basic example is if you've got 2 people in the same household with 2 separate consoles, you're then having to go out and buy 2 games, which are like £80 each. Yeah. That's £160 for 1 game. It's a lot of money.
Well,
so
it's even worse because it's a Nintendo Switch game, because it's a little cartridge, and you're paying £80 for it.
And the way they're doing it now with the Switch 2, and it's like, you get the cartridge, but it doesn't actually have the game on it. It has a code on it to download the game, but you still have to put the cartridge in. Like, what's the point? It's wasted money. Like,
So basically,
the whole
if
point
you
of
put the
having
game
the cartridge was to sell it.
so if you put the cartridge in, it doesn't load up
Yeah.
the game.
No, yeah. So you put the cartridge in, and it doesn't have the game in the cartridge. It has an access thing so that you can download it from the store.
No.
And it uses a code off the cartridge to allow it. But it's like, what's the point in that? Because you used to buy them where you just buy like the code for it, and you enter that in the store, and you're like, oh yeah, you've just bought this game. But no, it's apparently you've still got to put the cartridge in as well. I'm not 100% how true it is, but if that's because I didn't buy the Switch 2, but if that's the case, it's stupid.
I thought it loaded straight up. And no, it's backwards compatibility with the original Nintendo Switch cartridge games.
Yeah.
Well, most of them anyway. And there's some upgrades as well. But you have to pay money to get the upgrade. Yeah. You remember when there used to be free upgrades to games?
Yeah.
And sometimes it was put a disc in and you get a free upgrade. Do you know what I can't understand about that is?
Go on.
The fact that originally, what was it? Was it the PS4? No, it was PS5. So you could put a PS4 game in and you could upgrade it to a PS5 game. I think you can still do that for certain games. But what I don't understand about that is that if the Nintendo Switch 2 allows you to put the original Switch cartridge inside the console and it works.
Yeah.
And it loads the game up straight away. Why isn't it the same with the Nintendo Switch 2 cartridge games? Does it make sense?
I don't know. They really changed it around. But there was massive complaints about it, and then obviously Nintendo were trying to brick people's Switches if they were modding it in any way. And it wasn't even just like to make it so you could download stuff that they don't want you to.
In the background there, by the way. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Phil's dad.
Can't hear. I'm on headphones.
Nice. He heard you though.
He heard me, yeah.
But yeah, it's just mad the way it's done. But the Nintendo Switch 2 has now got a weird looking camera to it now as well.
See, so the camera annoys me a bit because they brought out the standard camera with it, which I think costs. I think it was I can't remember. I think that one was a little bit more expensive. But then there's the Piranha Plant camera, which looks really cool. The design of it is genius, but the quality is dog water. It's terrible. Like, they didn't spring for 4K. I think it's like 640p. The frame rate is terrible.
Wow.
But the genius thing is, with that one, you can disconnect it from the dock and plug it into your console itself. But you can't do that with the more expensive one.
Yeah, the original one from Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I don't understand that. And you know what? I think it only runs at 30 FPS anyway. The original one.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think it's low, but it doesn't look that bad, to be fair. I watched a YouTube video the other day, and someone was trying different cameras plugged into it. So he tried his phone. He had an adapter and plugged his phone through a HDMI adapter into the Switch. It showed his camera. It worked. It showed his camera of him on it, but it was quite laggy. Now, he tried to play the PlayStation 5 games on the Switch. So what he did is, again, with the adapter, he plugged his PS5 into it, and then it showed up the PS5. But because it was going through an adapter, and obviously it was trying to pick up a camera rather than a game, it was very laggy indeed.
Yeah.
So if you want to try that, you can, but let me just guarantee you it's not worth it. And the screen's small anyway, because it's made for the camera.
I also wouldn't recommend it just in case. I'd always be worried about Switch finding a way to brick your console. Because when you actually buy the console, it's in the contract that you're not actually buying the console.
Right.
You're buying the right to use it. You're paying just to use it, and at any point they can cancel it for no reason whatsoever. So if they want to break your console, there's nothing you can do about it, which really it should be against the law, but there's massive issues with it at the minute. I know people are fuming over it and they're fighting to get it sorted because it is wrong, and it is, it used to be power to the gamers, and now it's just like, screw the gamers. That's the way it seems with Nintendo at the minute.
Yeah,
but
it's quite bad, isn't it?
It is.
The reason why we got on the Nintendo subject because of game share and all that, but also going back a while back, I think the original Nintendo, they brought a system update where you could have Bluetooth on it for different multiple devices. Now that was never a thing originally, but just to let you know, if you want to connect AirPods to Nintendo Switch, it absolutely works.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you can connect Bluetooth audio to it now. You can also connect it to Alexa. I'll have to be careful because she might hear me. She did the other night as well when I was on stream. I was like, "Oh, come on."
See, I'll have to be careful because if I take these out, my headphones will disconnect from this and connect to the Bluetooth. But my smartwatch I've got, it's got the headphones in the side.
Ah, that's good. Where did you get this from?
So, do you know what? The first one I bought on eBay.
Yeah.
My most recent one, which it has Flappy Bird on it as well.
Cool.
2048, Flappy Birds, a couple of other games, but I bought it literally because it's a smartwatch and it's got the headphones in it. Yeah. I bought that one from AliExpress. I think it was about 20 quid, something like that. But just having your headphones on your wrist, it's genius, and the battery on it is pretty good. But I can use that, have my phone streaming to the PlayStation through the backbone, and then take them out, put my headphones in, boom.
That's amazing, man. Do you know what?
I'm not trying to connect it to the PlayStation, but
it might work. Do you know what? Talking about watches and all that, I've seen a really nice watch on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's on offer at the moment. £25. And
decent.
It answers calls and everything on it. So
yeah,
I'm thinking, should I one day get one of them? I can't at the moment, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely. Look, really, really good subject to talk about that. But really,
do you know what though? With watches, mate, like I have a massive collection of watches. I'm obsessed with watches. Got a different one for a different outfit. You know what I mean? Love them. But out of all the watches,
that one with your dress as well.
Oh yeah, obviously. Out of all the watches I've got, there's one that stands out to everyone, and it's not even my most expensive watch. So people are always enticed by the one that's got headphones in. It's like, that's genius. I'd love one of them. Yeah. But the one that every single person points out, and the one that every single person seems to want, is this one.
Oh my god, it's the original Game Boy. It's the original Game Boy, guys. Oh my god, that's super cool.
And the alarm on it plays the Mario tune from Super Mario World.
That is just brilliant. Do you wear that at night then? So
yeah.
When you wake up, it's Mario.
Sometimes, yeah, like do, just dream of fighting Bowser. But I've got I've got PlayStation 1 watch as well, which it's alright, but I'm not as much of a fan of the design of that as I am of the Game Boy one.
I would imagine it'll be obviously the console, and then where the disc is, that's where the time is, yeah?
Yeah, except the first one they ever did, it had an openable disc drive, and then it was a digital display there. This one, you press it and the light comes through. Do you know what Give me 1 sec. It's right there.
Okay, yeah, no,
I will be 1 sec.
1 sec is over. 1 sec is over, guys. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing this. I really am looking forward to seeing this. He said it was there. He said it was there. It's definitely not there, mate. It's in your bedroom. Which is there. Oh, God. There he is. Here he is. You said it was there.
It is. So that one that's there, that's the one that needs the battery changing at the minute.
Yeah.
So I can't show you it working, but that's the PlayStation 1 watch.
Yeah, I see what you mean about it. Do you think do you think it's too small? Is that what it is?
No, I mean it's not too bad. I mean, I prefer a nice chunky watch. It is a bit small, but like the fact that this one has the functionality of having an alarm, it has a light in it.
Wow.
But the PlayStation 1, so there's no actual. Hang on, there we go. No actual display or anything on there.
I see.
It looks just like, just a piece of jewellery. But the lights come through here on the disc drive when you press one of these buttons. So then you can see the time. But it doesn't. I'm not as keen on it. But yeah, the Game Boy, the original Game Boy, and I've got the colour version of it as well.
Oh, amazing.
They came out, I think, in 2018, 2019. And yeah, they kind of became a bit harder to get your hands on. 2018 they came out.
That's incredible, that, mate. And you know what? They can become collection items as well. And talking about collection items, obviously I've not collect with the watches, but I've been collecting have you seen the Stormtroopers that you can get?
Yeah.
So I've been getting the ones they actually sit on shelves and everything. I've got a poker table one. That's amazing. I'm also in the works of maybe having a shelf of Doctor Who. Now, I've seen a shop close to where we are, Southport. Yeah. There's an antique shop that my dad and Marina have showed me. You got to spend a lot of time in there, but they have got Doctor Who.
Yeah.
You might have been there actually. But I want to get them. I do. I've seen the Iron Man mask. I want to get that. That looks incredible. I've seen a Spider-Man mask today on a stand, but the white version.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was called, let me think, what was the white version of Spider-Man called? Negative? No, was it?
Negative Spider-Man. So it's the white with the
Black.
blue/black lining. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so that that was from when he got the powers from Mr. Negative.
Yeah, that's the one. So you know what? I don't have a man like a Sith all the time, you know. But yeah, I seen that, mate. That looks incredible. But the Iron Man mask, and when I was in York back at Christmas. Was it back at Christmas? No, it was early on this year.
It was.
They had the Iron Man hand, and it literally stood up like that.
Yeah.
I think it lights up as well. So, but again, money doesn't grow on trees, does it?
Well, you say that, but paper grows on trees. Money's made from paper. No, it's not. It's made from plastic. Can't make that joke anymore. Devastated.
Yeah. It's plastic. Although.
No, mate, I always used to make that joke. I'm devastated now.
I mean, we could bring the paper version back out if we want. We'll make them ourselves.
Yeah. I have still got some of the original £5 paper notes. Someone was asking the other day, can you still use them in shops? And I was like, no you can take them to your banks, but if you've still got the paper ones, you can take them to the banks, but you can't use them in shops anymore.
No, you can't. Do you know what? It's a shame because years ago they used to have a £50 note as well, which you could actually use in the shops. I don't think.
Well, you say that, but no shop had ever accepted. They were like, no, it's too much. It's too high value. We don't know if it's real or not. Take it to the bank and then swap it and then come back to us.
But then again,
there's very few shops that accept it.
But you go in with your card and you spend over a fortune on a card. Your card,
oh yeah,
and they'll take that unless it declines it. You know. But yeah, anyway, it's been amazing talk. So we're going to go on to our last. Well, we've been speaking mostly, but this is our favourite subjects. 2 fantastic subjects to go on. So first of all, PlayStation 6. Now, everything we know about Sony's next generation console, do you know anything about it?
No.
So,
it is coming. When? I don't know. What it's going to be like? I don't know. How much it's going to be? I don't know.
So, I've been reading an article here. It says there's no question that continuing the success of the PlayStation 5 is one of Sony's top priorities, especially given that its latest console is getting closer to the 5 years old, which it has. It's been nearly 5 years. 5 years in November. The Japanese tech giant has yet to formally announce the PlayStation 6, but over the past few months, there have been some developments that have allowed some rare insight into what shape the eventual console might take. In the past, we've been reading up everything we know about Sony's PlayStation 6, potential new Sony handheld, and what the future of the console gaming might look like. Keep checking back for more as we update the post as new information comes to light the closer we get to an eventually release date in the next few years. So, table of contents now. So, PS5 release date, potential price. They reckon, now this is incredible to actually think about this, but they reckon that the PlayStation 6 could be cheaper than the PlayStation 5. How does that work out? Now, do you think it'll be cheaper? There is strong rumours that it may be cheaper.
I really don't think so.
I'll tell you why.
The thing is, so the components now for the PS5 are substantially cheaper than they were 5 years ago when they first made it. The PlayStation Pro, the components that they've used are almost identical. There's very few different ones that makes very little difference.
Yeah.
Obviously, there is difference performance-wise, but for the price mark, you're being ripped off, really.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the PlayStation 6, even though they will be able to make it cheaper, I reckon they'll be able to make that cheaper for what they made the PS5 for when they brought that out. But I still think they will definitely charge us more than what they charged us for the original PS5. Probably even charge us more than what they've charged for the Pro version.
But yeah, and I totally get what you're saying there. But do you know what? I actually think it could be cheaper because the talks is that there's going to be a handheld console released on the same day as the PlayStation 6.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to be like the PSP 3. Now, what I can't understand is why if they do call it a PSP 3, how can it be a PSP 3 when there's not being a PSP 2? That's jumped 2 generations.
I know, because they had the PSP 1000, the PSP 2000, the PSPs there.
Really? That's all it was.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And then obviously they had the Vita as well, didn't they? And then they had multiple versions of the Vita. The PSP Go, obviously that was before the Vita. But I'm guessing that they're saying like the Vita is the PSP 2, really.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So if you count the handheld consoles, the proper ones, put the Portal to one side because that was a bit of a wipe wipe off that.
That can't be classed as a portable handheld console, really,
No,
because you've got to connect to Wi-Fi to use it.
It's a streaming device.
Yeah.
PSP. Now, when the PSP originally came out, it was absolutely a fantastic handheld console. Because if you remember, UMDs. Do you remember UMDs?
Oh yeah, I think the first film I ever watched on it was Too Fast, Too Furious. Watched it on my brother's PSP.
Oh, incredible! I had Wedding Crashers was one of them. Was Dukes of Hazzard one? I'm trying to think.
Probably was. But I know he had the Simpsons movie as well on there.
Brilliant. Well, it was incredible. You just put this disc in. Do you know what? It was probably around about that size, wasn't it? In height.
Yeah, the discs were literally the same size. I think they were a little bit smaller than the GameCube games.
Yeah. Hello there. Have you heard about our partners, TerraPlayer? TerraPlayer is an internet radio station for gamers. So every time our episodes release, they will automatically go onto their website. So it's a fantastic little partnership, and we hope for more to come in the future. So yeah, that is our partnership, guys, and yeah, let's get back to the episode.
Because there was a rumour going around saying if you take the PSP game out, you can put it in your GameCube and play that, and vice versa, and it was just not true.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, hold on. I'm just looking at the time. The time has changed.
No, that's the right time. It's because we started at like 10:45.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Never mind.
You're right.
I forgot 9:45. Anyway, so yeah, going on to the PSP 3. So they reckon that obviously it's going to be called the PSP 3, or it could be called just PlayStation Portal. PlayStation Portable Console.
See, I think it'll be called the PlayStation Portable.
Yeah, although they've already got, what was it? PlayStation
Portal.
Portal.
Yeah, but they had the Xbox X and the Xbox One X. The Xbox S and the Xbox One S. So, you know.
You also had the PS5 and the PS5 Slim.
So I reckon you will get the. I reckon it'll probably be called like the PlayStation Portable or PS5. PS5 Go? No,
I don't know. I think it'll be good if they named it the PSP 2. Sorry, PSP 3.
Yeah.
But then are they going to allow us to put them UMDs in again? That would be amazing.
No. So the problem with the disc version, so the PSP, was the fact that when you were using a disc, if you bumped the back of the console too hard or you dropped it or anything, it'd crash out. Which is why, like, digital cartridges are so much better. Plus, you can store so much more data on them than you can on the discs. So I think if they did, it would either be solely digital download or it would be a cartridge-based system similar to the Switch.
Yes, but not only that, we have Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime Video. We got, what else have we got? We've got Paramount Plus as well. So ITV Hub is actually on PlayStation now as well. It's been on it for a while now. But you got all them streaming devices now, streaming platforms. Now,
not to forget Sony Core.
Oh, Sony Core as well, yeah. Because if you're part of PlayStation Plus Premium, you do get part of that, but you only get 100 plus movies. You don't get all the movies. You have to pay for some.
Yeah. There are some decent ones on there, to be fair.
Yeah, I've seen some.
Most of them you do have to pay.
They're in 4K as well, which is good.
Nice.
But you know what? You need a 4K TV. Nice. But,
Done.
But yeah, which I think is amazing. So if they were bringing a new handheld console out, then obviously you got all them streaming devices, streaming platforms.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to. I would imagine you'd be able to play Netflix straight from them. You'd be able to play all the others on them, so you wouldn't need a disc anyway. But there's rumours are that there's going to be AMD chip built in it, which you've heard of. We all heard of AMD. It's mostly put into PCs. It has been put into the PlayStation 5. I believe we got it AMD, which is the CPU, is it? I think it's one of them anyway. But I'm still a learning curve, me, with PCs.
You and me both did. I'm like, I couldn't tell you.
But I know a little bit. I wouldn't know how to fit them in on all that. But I know what's inside a PC now, because I've had one for a few years. But there's talks about that, and if there's talks about that, then your games are going to be running really smooth. But not only that, it would be able to handle PS5 games straight from the handheld console. It'd be PS6 as well. Apparently, it's going to be compatible with all PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 games on it. So you'll be able to just download your games from your library onto that console. So, which is pretty amazing.
See, the other thing is as well, there's I know that the Retroid consoles that have been brought out, but like the R36S, the K36, the R36 Ultra, the Anbernic RG407, all these random ones. So these all play retro games. So I think Anbernic is the only one at the minute that actually plays up to PlayStation 2 and GameCube and Wii, whereas all the others play like Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, SNES, Mega Drive. They play all those. So I think PlayStation are going to they're going to have to hit the ground running against that. I know it's going to be much better quality in that, but I also think, based on the fact that Switch and Steam are cornering the market at the minute with handhelds, and now Anbernic is coming up the rear quite strongly with these retro games. I think PlayStation are going to decide we need to get more of our retro games on there.
Yeah.
So I think they'll probably do like with the PlayStation Plus subscription, but they'll probably do like you can download these older games for so much per game, or they might do some more with PlayStation Plus. I do think they need to add more of the retro stuff. It's just, unfortunately, they know that they're making more money on the bigger games because they're selling the new games for between 70 and 100 quid. So,
well, not only that, if you want PlayStation Plus Premium now, it's £120 for the year.
Yeah,
which is really expensive. But do you know what I've been doing? It's quite genius. I've been buying it when it's in the January sale.
Yeah.
So then I'm getting it discounted and I'm getting it for like 60 something pound. So I'm basically paying for the standard edition of PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, see, there's two ways I've been looking at doing it. I've been looking at either buying top-up cards, so top-up for PlayStation Store through CD keys, thank you very much. Because obviously you do get them cheaper on there, you do save decent bit of money. The more you spend, the more you save. But then I'm also wondering whether that would work, and I'm also thinking about buying it in the sale, even though mine doesn't run out for a couple of months after. So it's like, would it then top it up after the fact, or would it start from then? It's stuff I need to do my research on to make that decision.
I think it will, because if you remember, we got as part of Sony saying sorry for that hacker being on the consoles, we got 5 days free of PlayStation Plus, didn't we? I mean, come on, 5 days of PlayStation Plus. Okay, it's nice.
Yeah, well,
you could have given us a bit more of that.
Give us a game. Come on, Sony, give us a game.
Well, it was down for at least 48 hours, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Okay, it's not as
I've
long
only,
as the last one
yeah,
on the PS3. They give us 3 games for that one because that was like, was it 2 months?
yeah, it was a bad one, that one.
Yeah.
Do you know, give them the due
Lizard.
though, they had to keep it down to prevent the
Hmm.
information getting stolen further.
Well,
So
they couldn't get it back on servers
yeah, that too.
because it was a hacking company called Lizard something, I think it was.
Mm.
I remember it being called Lizard something. But I remember that, and guess what games we got for free? Because I don't think you skipped the PS3, didn't you?
So was one of them?
It's a game that we both like, by the way, as well.
I know, I'm trying to remember what it's called because I bloody love that game.
Yeah, it's not that
Infamous
one.
Second Son.
Yes, but it
Is
was
it
the
Infamous First Light?
no, because they didn't come to PlayStation 3.
Oh, Infamous, the first one.
Yeah, the Blood and something.
Right.
Infamous Blood and something, wasn't it? I think it was called. That was free. Oh,
Yeah.
free for that reason. Do you know what I discovered the other day? I was looking on Facebook and I seen on the PlayStation page someone saying about that the PlayStation. No, what was it? There was an article saying that PlayStation 3, the store on PlayStation 3, is not working. It's closing down.
Mm.
And I'm thinking to myself, hold on a minute, it closed down a few years ago. It did. I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
And then someone came back and said, well, I was buying a game the other day on it. And I went,
Huh.
okay. So how is that? Because it was took down. Because you could still go on the store for games that you'd already bought.
Yeah.
It wasn't even. Yeah, because that's the only way you could download the games, wasn't it? You couldn't go into your library once you bought it. You had to go on the store to download it on the PS3. Which the PS3 chat as well, you could only do game chat. So that was a bit of a thing. And do you know what gets me about when they brought Party Chat out as well? Party Chat didn't actually come out on the PS4 originally.
Yeah.
It was the PlayStation Vita. Because the PlayStation Vita came out before the PlayStation 4. And the PlayStation Vita introduced Party Chat. So
Yeah.
the Vita has been left to just go dead. Absolutely lovely handheld console. I really enjoyed it. I didn't like the touch back.
Yeah.
That I thought, but there was an option to switch it off as well in games. So, but I never switched them off all the time because you forget, don't you? But that was what concept that I thought that was going to be the next big one after the PSP, and it could have been, but they just fell out of love with it after I think it was 3 years it lasted, which I thought was really really good. I did jailbreak it. I managed it because after all the years they don't even focus on what's going on. I actually jailbreaked it. And it was dead easy as well. Dead easy to do. And I literally got like Sonic games on it and everything.
Dude.
Yeah, but it did crash. So I had to restore it back to its original. I tried it to see if it would work, and it did actually work. So yeah. So going back to the PlayStation 6 and the handheld console, so we've gone from the potential specs, which PS6 specs are meant to be, it's meant to be a third or twice as faster than the PS5, which is good news. Ray tracing is being updated apparently. That's even better. There's a new role coming to the PS6, and that's AI.
Okay.
Now, this AI reacts, I think it reacts as in if you are away from the console for a little bit, it will play the game for you, or something like that. I think it's something to do with that. it does interact with other stuff. These are all rumours that we're talking about, though. I've switched it around. It was meant to be the handheld console last, but it's said that the PlayStation handheld console though could be with the PS6. So I'm thinking, yes, it'll cost more, but if they're bringing a handheld console alongside it, you're getting both. Now, that would be genius, that, from Sony. If they sold the PlayStation 6 and the handheld console together. That would be
like as a bundle.
Yeah, that would be incredible, because I would actually buy it then. I'm going to buy the PS6 anyway, but we all do it, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, the next generation. But yeah, I would buy it if that's the case.
Thing is, I think, because you look at the Portal and that was what, like, was that about 250, 300 quid?
Yeah.
I think it's down to about 200 at the minute, maybe 150 second hand. So I reckon if they're going to bring out the PSP3 or the PlayStation Portable, I reckon you're looking probably around 500 quid for that at least, for a portable console. If you go in the PS6, I reckon you're looking 700-800 is where they're going to set the benchmark.
This is why I think the PS6 might be cheaper, because if they're bringing the handheld console alongside it, then the PS6 itself will be cheaper, but you pay a little bit more to get the handheld console as well.
Yeah.
So it could work out a little bit cheaper for that reason, but it's going to be more expensive because you get the handheld console with it. Which, you know what? If it did come as a set, I would happily buy it. If I had the money, I'll happily buy it.
But again, I'd want them to do what they did years ago, where you got like games for that with your PlayStation Plus subscription.
Well, this is the question. The new handheld console, PS5 games and PS6 games, possibly are going to work with it. So think of it, you're getting you might get a game bundle with it as well. So you might get a game bundle, and that game works on both the handheld and the PS6 itself. So
yeah, that'd be good.
That would be excellent. I'm looking forward to it, to be fair. But
see, because I mean, the amount of times like I'm playing my game on the console, and then you've got you head out for a few hours, and you know you're going to get like a couple of hours spare, and you're like, oh, if I had the signal, I could just jump on it now and just do that little bit of extra grind, you know, get that bit of extra XP. But then if you've got it on a portable console, you're like, yeah, I'll take it with me and just do it. And then the thing is, you know, as soon as you then reconnect to internet, it could just automatically update it to your account and be like, yeah, you've done this, you know, these are the trophies you've got while you've been offline. Boom, boom, and upload it all.
Yeah, I think it's gotta be thing, but yeah. What do you think of this AI thing? What do you think? What do you think will come out of this AI? I mean,
so it bothers me a little bit, because I know with the Xbox Kinect, there was talks about using the camera detect system and AI, so that once it sees that there's no one actually in the room, it will not play adverts and trailers and stuff until you come back in the room for like movies and stuff. So you had to watch all of them to watch what you wanted to watch. It physically forced you to do that, because most people, like, when adverts playing, they're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go make a brew. So then if they're going to be using it for spying on people and for using different stuff, not great. If they're using it solely for controlling certain games, accessing different things on the console, great. Because to be fair, AI is it's integrated into every part of our lives now. It's everywhere. You don't even realize it, but AI is currently being used right now on this call. Yeah. It's being used to detect. Do you know what I mean?
AI. I'm very bad AI because look at my movements.
I'm AI. I'm AI. It's an idiot. But this is the thing. This thing. I mean, like, so Neil deGrasse Tyson, he said that people are saying, oh, we need to get rid of AI before we end up with Terminator, and it's like, no, AI is so integrated. You need to understand how AI works and ensure that the parameters are in there to ensure that it works and functions like it's meant to. Like that's all it is. It's an algorithm, but you can control it to some degree. So,
but I believe the PlayStation 6 AI though, which is really really good. If it means that if you're away from your controller so long, then it starts doing the game for you. It's a good thing because if you are on, okay, it might be classed as cheating. Maybe it just moves your character, but. Say you're on a game where if you don't move in a certain amount of time, it kicks you out of the game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So can you imagine that? If, like you say, you've had to knit to the toilet and something like that, something stupid like that, but you can't pause the game because you're online. So it keeps you in the game. It starts playing it for you a little bit. That's quite handy. I know on FIFA it's called now EA Sports FC. If you are not moving your controller for such a long time, it comes up and says you will be disconnected with inactivity after so many minutes. So yeah, that is annoying. But you know what? It depends how to use AI. But like you say, you could use AI in the home system as well.
Okay, so I think like if you're playing an online game and let's just say your internet disconnects, your controller turns itself off because it runs out of battery, then I think having your character move to some degree so they're not just like stood idly, like it'll go to the nearest safe spot sort of thing, then maybe, but actually playing the game for you, I don't agree. It might be useful for some things. It could be that a lot of people use it just for grind out trophies. So like, spend 24 hours in game. So there's a lot of people who they'll use elastic bands on the controller to hold it so that the character's constantly moving.
Yeah.
So it could be the same thing. No, I didn't actually. I've never actually used. Because I've always been too scared. I'm like, oh god, what if it breaks the controller?
But a lot of people have done it. Someone actually, do you remember that lad that actually made a certain thing that was made to put over the controller, and it just literally played it. I think it was more to do with people that couldn't hold a controller properly. So it worked that way. But I thought that was incredible what he did. But there is talks about AI where it actually tells you where to go next. Now that would be a good feature. Yeah. That would be a good feature. So you have something in your ear saying you need to go there.
Do you know what as well? So PS5 promised us something that they've never really utilised properly. They've utilised it for a couple of things, but not much. And that was the game assist. So for your trophies and stuff, you could go to, I want to look at that gold trophy. Yeah, I'm lost on that one. Click on it and have a video, a guide, advice. And there's a couple of games that have it, but not many. I think.
Just say about that as well.
Go on.
Sorry.
You're right.
It actually disappeared. It disappeared off the console for years, and everyone was no warning off Sony. It just literally disappeared. And Sony was like, "Oh, we don't know what's happened here," but they did because it wouldn't have been removed otherwise. But it was removed. It never came back, and I believe it's slightly come back now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I believe there's certain games that do have slight access. So I think Astrobot did, and I think Spider-Man 2 did. I can't be 100% on that one. Because after I couldn't use it for certain things, and then because most of the time for the PS4 games, I was going on YouTube and watching certain streamers, sorry, not streamers, certain video guides and stuff for some stuff. Because, you know, especially for like go and collect all these 256 individual items across the entire map. And you're like, okay, well, I've gone and played the game to its entirety. I've gone and searched. I can see there's 5 missing in this area. Screw it, let's see what I'm missing. Just those extra little bits. And especially for like, I used it for The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
Because the trophies was just stupid. Loved the game. But one of the trophies was get the voiceover to interact in every possible option that it can.
Yeah.
So I think there's like 163 iterations of him speaking over, and some of them you have to stop and stand still in the same spot for up to 45 minutes for it to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, how would you sit there and figure that out? You know what I mean? Like, you'd have to know that he's going to say something in these areas. So, I mean, I did use it for that. So I think it'd be nice if they had that, because they did offer it to us. They were like, this is what it's going to have on the PS5. It's going to be absolutely amazing. No more using your phone to search for advice and help. We'll have it on the PS5. And it never did.
No, I think I used it for, what game was it? I think it was Sackboy. Sackboy Big Adventures, was it? I think I used it for that. I think it was on Ratchet and Clank, the new one. Was that Drift Apart, was it called? I think.
Was it Rift Apart, that one?
Rift Apart.
Yeah, I think so. I might be wrong.
I think it worked on there. But if there's talks about the AI system where it tells you where to go next, then I think that'll be incredible. But,
yeah, because as well, like, the AI system can link to like Google and stuff. So no, I didn't speak to you. Go away. Google. She's listening.
Oh, no.
So, like, you know, if there's a new update to the game that then has not been updated on, you know, the information's not been updated on the PS6, it can then draw that information straight from online. Or if there's better guides that have come out since they've put it up, it's then, oh, well, we found that if you do this, this is the best option to do it. Like, because like now if you do it on the if you use that, it'll come up with a brief summary of what they've pulled from different websites to give you an answer to what you've actually searched, which for a lot of stuff can be really useful. So that, I think, would be handy with AI with the PS6.
Definitely. And do you know what? Before we end it on our last subject, so we were talking about all that, and AI is very good now. But AI can be also scary, because talking about AI, we're talking about this now. Our phones are listening into us. I don't think that's more to do with AI. I think that's more to do with the people that make the phones. In my opinion, they're listening in. So Apple, sort yourselves.
And your phone's just been blocked.
Yeah, I said, warning, you've been sent to the government. Oh God. Hey, we did have a government alert, though. That's the thing. Governments, when it actually got into everyone's phone to give this warning out for.
Yeah, I remember that.
What was it now?
It was a test, wasn't it? It was a test for the emergency system.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is really useful when it comes to it, you know.
Guess where I was when that happened?
Go on.
Direct Sports.
Yeah.
I was in there getting a pair of boots to go to Belfast. So
yeah.
And I came up. But yeah. And there's talks about, you know, it's going to be really, really fast. It's going to be as fast as PS5. So there's going to be new RAM stick in it, which could possibly be 32 gigs of RAM, which is really, really good.
Jesus.
Whether that's true, I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of rumours about the PS6 and what it could do. It is rumoured to play the PS4 and PS5 games, but you know what? That was the same with the PS5. But everyone wants to be able to put the PS3 disc in and so on. There's no announcement on that, but you never know with Sony. They might just surprise us at one stage, but they haven't so far. I really hope there's a handheld console, and if it comes out the same day as the PS6, I think, really speaking, it should go a lot. It should be sold alongside the console, because
as a bundle.
Obviously, they can still sell the handheld console separately, but I just think it'll give a better choice, and you might get a discount because you're getting the handheld console with it, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so the PS6, when do we think it will come out? They reckon around 2027 to 2028, which is roughly the time that a new console will come out, a new generation. It's normally around about 7-8 years, isn't it?
See, but I mean, if people are speculating right now about what, SSD size, what size gig of RAM, what core it's going to have, what motherboard and everything, like, by the time it actually comes down to them putting it into production and that, it could be completely different. Like, it could be that, this is what is in place right now for when we're planning on doing it. Yeah. But then, a year down the line, 2 years, and like, oh yeah, we can get newer parts for the same price.
Well, you know what? There's already been images of the calls it. Look at the console. Is it called?
Yeah.
And it basically looks like sort of like the PS5. But that's
100%. They won't be genuine ones, because I mean, when the first ones came out for the PS5, it looked nothing like it does now. No. And when there are the tester consoles, so they get sent out to different developers and stuff, so that they can then make sure that the games and stuff work properly on the system. But most of the time, it's actually built into an older, obscure device. So I know one of them, like one of the ones we saw, it has a big triangle shape at the front. Yeah. One of the PS5 versions, and we were like, oh, that looks weird, bit cool. And that was actually a developer tester model. So what they do is they send different ones out to different places, and then if there's any leak, like, oh, this is what the new PS5 might look like, they straight away know, right, we only sent that one to this specific developer. Someone in that unit has advertised that. That's wrong. That goes against our core concept. It's very clever, and they try and catch people out quite a bit. I mean, you can still, they do still put some up for sale every now and again, random people, and you're not allowed to, because they're not actually allowed to be sold. So if you manage to get your hands on one, Sony can request to have it back, apparently, but it is also worth an absolute mint at the minute.
Do you know what? I actually think that's brilliant. And do you know what? The PS5 turned out to be a Wi-Fi router in the end. Wi-Fi router, or you could say Batman with his cape.
I mean, it looks like a blooming. It does look like a router, and there's a big blowing fan thing, like a room fan.
Yeah.
And it looks exactly the same as that. I'm like that, yeah.
And do you know what made me even laugh? Is when the Xbox Series X came out, and the original Xbox Series X looked like a fridge. Now they made a joke, and they made an Xbox fridge, and I believe it or not, you can actually buy it.
Right. If you do look at buying one of them fridges, be warned, they burn out very quickly. The plastic on it can melt because the heating element is so messed up.
Yeah, because it's the light on the symbol, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. So there's the heating element used, the elements inside the actual thing for the actual fridge, the light for the button, But yeah, so it can burn out, and then the fridge can just be absolutely useless, and then people are just using it as just a storage case.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool, and you know, I looked at one, and I think I could get it for 15 quid, and I was like, but it was broken, and I was like, oh, I could look at fixing that, and then I looked at the logic of fixing a mini fridge, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going down that route. It's way too much, too risky, too difficult.
It is, and you know what? Saying that though, the Series X did actually look like a mini fridge. That's why they had a joke about it, and then they made this.
Oh yeah.
But
well, it's the thing. Like, it all started as like, oh, it looks like a fridge. How silly is that? And then Xbox was like, let's make a fridge.
And do you know what? Do you
know,
like,
done.
Talking about that, the Series S came out, which is the slimmer version. And it looks like a fryer, doesn't it? You put your frying pan on it. That's what people were saying. I'm surprised they didn't actually make a frying machine that looks like the Xbox Series.
Like a portable gas frying pan.
Or one of them Ninja fryers, but Xbox version. But,
and have it linked up with Ninja, not the the company that actually cooks, not the cooking ones, but the gaming Ninja. So there you go.
Ninja, you probably never ever watch this, but if you do watch it, mate, we want you on the show right now. Honestly, and getting you on the show and doing everything it takes to get you on the show, even if I have to pick up a Ninja fryer. What's going on? I don't know. My name is crazy after all. Anyway, we've gone on to PlayStation 6 and all that. So if the release date is 2027, the chances are that there will be an announcement next year sometime. Which I think possibly you probably will get an announcement next year. Because I think Sony will, because it's roughly around about it'll be 6 years then, won't it? So maybe it could be announced, and then it comes out on the 7th year. So we've gone from there. We're so interested in PlayStation 6 and what it could do. But if it brings a handheld console, that'll be fine for me. I wouldn't mind paying a little bit more. Anyway, last subject, because we have gone really over time. This we'll have to briefly talk about it, but it is a big thing to talk about, and it's PlayStation Stars. So PlayStation Stars launched in Asia on September the 29th, 22 local time, and with the North and South America falling on October the 5th, 22. And in Europe, Australia and New Zealand, it came out in October 13th, 22. So the program is shutting down with sign-ups held on May the 21st, which is gone. So you can't, if you want to try and sign up for PlayStation Stars now, you can't. And existing members able to earn points until July the 23rd. Crikey, it's gone past that.
And gone.
23rd. And random then until November 26th, which makes no sense. So we still get a year, which is weird. Now, it came out in 2022. And we're in 2025 now, so it's only been out for 3 years, and the awards program has been shut down. And I actually think it was a really, really good reward system. Now,
yeah, I mean, it was a bit annoying the fact that they changed the voucher. So for a while, it was like you could get 5, a 10, a 15, a 20, a 25, and then they removed it so you could only get certain ones, and people were fuming about it because I've saved up and now the price has changed. I think I bought a Squirrel with a Gun through PlayStation Stars, through points. Yeah, but it was nice while it lasted. I don't understand why they did it, but then there's a lot of people that have so you need 1,250 points to get a £5 voucher, and I think about 2.5 to get a £10 voucher. And if you don't have enough, then I know you can use it for trophies and stuff for your shelf, but
Talking
Why?
about the trophies, the collection things, you can't do any campaigns anymore. That's gone.
Nope.
That's totally gone now. But all your collectibles that you've claimed from them campaigns, you are enabled to keep them. Now, I'm thinking to myself, how can you keep them if it's closing down? How can you keep them collectibles if it's closing down? Are they going to then collectibles show under your trophies on your console? I don't know, because there was talks when it came out on the phone that it was going to come to the console. Never did. What I will say about it though is, you said they removed some of the vouchers on there.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember when it went down for weeks? It went down.
Yeah.
It didn't even show it up. It disappeared. Everyone was like, "What the hell? Is it gone? Is it disappeared? Has it ended?" It came back, but it only gave you the £5 voucher. Now I checked yesterday, and guess what's come back on? Considering it's closing down, £10 vouchers come back on it now after all that time, which makes you think that Sony have done this on purpose. That when we had that big crash in it, I think it was shutting down then, but they've given us a little bit later, and they've not told us, which is annoying. I know they had some PlayStation reward system years back. I think it was a Visor card, was it?
I'm not too sure, mate.
I think you could get a PlayStation. It was a PlayStation loyalty card, and it was like a credit card, and I think you got points for certain things or something like that. It was points on the card, basically. But when they brought this into the app, I thought, fantastic, this is amazing. And I bought games from the points. Now, the £10 voucher has randomly appeared out of nowhere after all this time. But the collectible, the campaigns are totally gone, so you can't collect anything from campaigns or anything. But I just paid £90 for the new EA Sports FC. I know, £90. And it was, so that'll be a load of points there. And I think I might have got them points. I think I might have claimed them points, because I'm pretty sure you can still, that's what it says here. And existing members are able to earn points until July the 23rd, 2025, and random them until November. So I won't get the points then, will I?
Unless you got the game before July.
No, we're in August now. I got it today.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered it today.
Right now. Yeah, you won't get the points for that then.
Do you know what? It'd be interesting if I have actually, though.
It would be. Fingers crossed. I mean, you never know. They might have messed up. They've messed up before, so they might have not actually done it so that it could be like you can't get points through your collectibles. I mean, it'd be good if you could still get points through like buying games and stuff, because it'd be good if you could still do that.
Well, that's another thing though. Why they automatically randomly brought the £10 voucher back on? People probably won't have enough points because they can't claim the points.
Yeah.
So I'm just reading here now. PlayStation Stars, obviously Sony's loyalty program for PlayStation Stars, is being discontinued. While existing members could earn points and random them obviously July 25, which is gone. The program will officially end on November the 2nd, 26, which makes no sense because you can't do anything with it. No new members are being accepted, we know that, and the final campaigns end on July the 23rd. There will be no further rewards or status benefits. Key details, description, PlayStation Stars is ending. Wow, we know that. No new members. New members are not being accepted. Well, they can't be accepted because it's closed down on the website, apparently. Final campaigns, we know that. Redemption period. Existing members can redeem their points until November the 2nd, 26. or until their points expire, whenever it comes first. Digital collectibles, like bobbleheads and avatars, will still be accessible even after the program ends. What? So how are you supposed to collect them?
The only way you can get them is through spending your points, but most people will spend the points by the time that the whole thing ends anyway. So, a bit weird.
Yeah, but it just said the collectibles that you have got and the bobbleheads you've already got, even when the program ends, they'll be accessible still. So, is it going onto the PlayStation under your profile?
I don't know, because I'm wondering whether stars will actually stay on your phone and on the PlayStation itself, but then you just won't be able to, add anything or... Yeah, no, I think the ability to gain on it and to use it will end, but I think it'll be like a permanent trophy shelf sort of thing. They might even convert it just to your, in-game trophy shelf. In console, no. Whatever. In PlayStation shelf. So it could be that it changes from the PlayStation Stars logo there to your shelves and just have that. Yeah, probably, but I don't know.
Well, there is a slight reason for the discontinuing. It can continue. So some sources suggest that the program may have been unprofitable, or that Sony is elevating its loyalty program strictly. So there might be a better reward system in place. We don't know.
That'd be nice.
What they do, I don't know, because I know Nintendo Switch have ended their point system, or they are ending it. So it looks like all loyalty programs like that are ending. The only thing I think hasn't ended is the Xbox loyalty program, which was similar to the PlayStation 1. Nintendo. So who knows? Maybe they've got something better in plan. I don't know what they could do though.
I mean, they could do it based on your in-game, so your trophies you earn in games. That then, depending on how many platinums you get, that converts to so many points. Your golds converts into so many. So they could do it that way, and then it's making people play the games fully.
That sounds worse than what we had.
It does, but I mean, if they're looking at getting rid of this because they're like, oh, it's not profitable, I don't know. I mean, I'm not thinking that will be the case, because there's a lot of like, you're paying for a platinum, like, the Pig D, the Sheep P, all those, the Spider Z, whatever it is. My Name is Mayo, all those. Although you're just paying for a platinum. So then it'd be, if you just buy that, they can get some points. So they probably avoid it because of that.
There was rumours, though, that was going to happen, where you could you either get it from your trophies or you sold your trophies, which I don't like the idea of that one.
No, I don't.
I want to keep my trophies. So you sold the trophies to get money or something like that, I think it was.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. So we're going to end it on... Right, we know PlayStation Stars is finally shutting down in November the 2nd, 26, which makes no sense, because it says that you can claim £5 vouchers, obviously the vouchers for your points, but you can't actually earn points, and everything's been swiped out. So why is it giving us over year for that? And yet all the collectibles you can actually keep when the loyalty program is shut down.
Is it giving us another year, or is that November the 26th, not November 2026?
No, November 2nd, 26.
November. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, it could just be to ensure that. No, actually, I don't know. That does seem a bit stupid, to be fair.
It's shutting down all the... So you can't earn points. You can't do anything from campaigns. or anything like that. The only thing you can do is if you've got points still, you can spend them. Now, I didn't have much to spend. I couldn't spend them.
I'm literally just missing out on getting a £5 voucher, so...
I'm going to check, though. It didn't come up from the PlayStation. Obviously, it normally comes up to say you got points or something. But you know what? That is a good thing. I'm going to check. I am actually going to check right now, just before we end the show, whether it's giving me points. No. So it definitely didn't. It was 2,500 points for the £10 voucher, and 1,250 for the £5 voucher. Now, I can't even go on that. It actually says PlayStation Stars is ended. It has ended. Yeah. So it's ended now, apparently. However, you can still use your points and display case.
See, it could be that they're leaving it until November 26th then. Because then it gives them chance to set up the new system. It gives them, an additional year. Whereas if they're like, PlayStation Stars ends on July 23rd, 2025, then people will be, well, you said there's going to be a new one. Where's the new one? Why is the new one not out? They get a lot of pestering and complaining. But if they say, well, this doesn't end until November 2nd, 2026, they can say, yeah, well, nothing's going to start until after that because it's not even ended yet. So it could be just a way for them to cover their own backs for an additional speck of time.
But people are not going to use it because most people would spend the points before it ended.
Oh yeah, no, but like people would complain about because they're saying like they might replace it with something better. So then people would be pestering as to when that's coming. So if they say, yeah. But like they could say, well, if something is coming, this isn't ending until 2026, so there's no point in worrying about it yet because it's not even. This hasn't even ended yet. But again, it's all speculation at the minute. We're gonna have to keep our ears to the ground and just pay attention, keep our eyes peeled.
But I can't. Yeah, and you know what? I can't understand the reason why. After they've just ended, where you could earn points from campaigns and everything. They brought the £10 voucher back on there.
Yeah. I think like last minute, like, go on, we know some of you have still got a load of points, so rather than making you buy like 10 £5 vouchers, you can just buy like 5 £10 ones instead. But
do you know what I think they should do?
Yeah. Go on.
Now that they're ending it, they should give us like some points.
Yeah, I think if you're relatively close to like the next tier, they should go on, we'll just top it up so that you can get that card. But again, they'll go, oh well, it's not profitable, so why would we do that?
It's
my assumption.
It's such a shame, honestly.
It is.
It really is, and it's only been lasted for 3 months. 3 years.
I was gonna say.
Well, it feels like that, doesn't it? But
yeah, it does.
It's sad. I've got so what can I do with my 449 coins? Just vanish, won't they?
You can buy bobbleheads. You can buy digital pin badges. You can buy statues. You can't? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm an idiot.
You can't buy them.
I thought you could.
You can only buy the vouchers now because that's all that's in the reward system.
That's really, really stupid.
Yeah, if you go to collectibles, though, it does show you your collectibles. That's all it does. It's annoying. So we're going to end it with, do you think they will be a new rewards system?
Yes. So I do think there will be a new reward system. However, I don't think we're going to see it for quite a while. There might be, news posts about it, news articles and stuff, rumors and stuff, but I don't think we'll be seeing anything for at least 6 months.
Do you know what I don't understand about this, though, is that it's a random thing that Sony have come up with. Just said, PlayStation Stars has ended. without any backup to why it's ending. And they could have said, well, we're working on something more better for you.
See, I think it could be because not as many people using it as they were wanting. And like, I think they thought, well, if we do this, more people are then going to spend more money to try and earn these points. Whereas people were just like, oh, I've got extra points. Oh, I can afford a voucher. So I don't think anyone was actually using it to spend more money. Maybe one or two people, but not to the extent that I think PlayStation was expecting. That's my assumption.
We did, because I remember you said, oh, I'm going to buy this game this month or this week. Because I want the points. I was just like, yeah, let's. And then next week, I bought the game and I got the points. And you got over. It depended on how much you spent, but when I got PlayStation Plus, I got over. I think it was over 200, 300 points because of PlayStation Plus.
But to be fair, we were looking at getting them games regardless of PlayStation stars.
Yeah, we were.
Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, we're getting close to a £5 voucher here, so let's get this game. It was, oh, this game's coming out, we want this game. So, yes and no, I don't know.
But you know what? We've ended it with, there might be another program system, whatever they're gonna do. But do you know what? They had a PlayStation program. Strictly originally, they ended that. They went on PlayStation Stars. It's only lasted 3 years, and now it's ending. It just seems a weird move by Sony. It definitely seems a weird move. But at the end of the day, we are talking about Sony here. They're capable of making us wow and making us that's the best way to put it. Is that they have a big grin on your face, or you just left sad and not worth living, basically.
Wow, that got dark. That got dark very quick.
Well, it's showing you it is dark. Let's face it. Well, honestly, it's been fantastic. I think we've covered everything, and we've gone.
Been a nice little catch up as well. I've enjoyed the chat.
Do you know what, guys? I think we're gonna do this as a monthly show. So this is what's called News and Game Update Monthly show, which is actually a really nice name, that, isn't it? I actually think that's really good. News and Game Update with James and Phil. Yeah, that sounds nice. Anyway, it's been absolutely a pleasure. Let us know on your thoughts about the PlayStation Stars and what reward system you would like to see next, whether Sony do one, and also what you reckon about the PS6 coming with a handheld console next to it. Anyway, till next time, it's been a pleasure talking, hasn't it, Phil?
Has indeed. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope everyone watching and listening has enjoyed it as well. Yeah. And if you haven't, well, tough. It's finished now.
Don't forget, guys. You're not if you're listening to this on, all normal platforms, Spotify, Amazon Music, or Apple Podcasts. Don't forget, you can also watch us on YouTube now. Yay! You can see me do all crazy faces. Here they go. Yeah. This has been myself, James, and we've got Phil over there. Thank you, everyone that watches us, listens to us. This is Teamworks, and last but least to say is, what works?
Teamworks.
A team that plays together
stays together.
And there you go. We got it right at the end.
Got it at the end.
Brilliant. It's been awesome, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.
Bye.